And a very good day to all my viewers out there. We are here by the beautiful Lachine Canal, and it is right now Saturday, April 28th, 2018. It's approximately, actually it's exactly 5 p.m. And as I was mentioning, I just did a video of this bridge right here, which is an old railway bridge. Used to rotate depending if there was trains coming or not. I think where I am right now used to be train tracks at one point. And this structure right here, I forgot to mention in the last video, this structure here was actually, I think, the control tower for that railway bridge. But anyway, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to do a walking video going to the east, which is this direction here. Of course, I just filmed some MR63s. That's right, you're hearing right, some MR63 trains on the Lachine Canal. They're right down there. You see those blue things? Can't miss them. That video is on my channel. So just check back a couple of videos from now. But anyway, for now we're going to do a walk towards the old port of Montreal, which is east of here. And I'm going to do another video. I may go to the Habitat 67 structure, or I may decide to go to the old port. Either way, days like this tell me I got to get a bike, and I'm going to purchase a bike within the next couple of weeks. Haven't had a bike in the last couple of summers, and I'm a passionate bike rider. Unfortunately, I've had bad luck getting them stolen over the last couple of years, but I've decided, you know what, I'm just going to bring it out for recreation. I'm not going to use it to go places, or I might get a separate bike, like an older bike, to get me from point A to point B, and I'll use a better bike for joyriding, if you want to say that. Yeah, there's some information there. I guess they did some digs, archaeology digs around here. This train bridge right here, this is the one that's still in service. But obviously those wires up there at one point, there was wires, they're gone. But you can tell it's a very old structure. But we're going to continue walking here. Here's another control tower. This is right there, even CN Wellington. Like I said, what an amazing structure. So what we're going to do now is, as I mentioned, continue walking east. And as I mentioned, we're going to go check out the Bonaventure Expressway here. And a couple of old structures coming up. And that is indeed the old port of Montreal that we're slowly but surely entering. There's the famous Five Roses building, which you can see from quite a distance, actually. And if you're into train spotting and whatnot, this is a beautiful area. If you go right down there, there's always some locomotives in action. There's that train bridge again. Looks like some crews up there doing some work. Yeah, so these train tracks are obviously very old. I believe these are part of the Via Rail line, but also part of the AMT line, or RTM line, and soon to be part of the project for the light rail system that's been talked about recently. So what I'm going to do is walk around here just a little bit, give you an idea of what's around here. I'll go back to my wide-angled camera here. There we go. So what I'm going to do probably is venture off into the old port, walk from here to the old port of Montreal, right into the entrance there, right below where those silos are. That's another old building, by the way. You're going to see it soon, closer, as we approach eastward. You can see those clouds are rolling in gingerly, but rolling in. And as I mentioned, we got a rainfall warning, up to 40 millimeters expected. Does that sound familiar? Yeah, because the same thing was happening this time last year. And if these things keep up, well, we're going to see some more flooding. And the water has been rising. It's still below where it was last year, but it is rising because of all that rain we had recently over the last week or so. Well, as I said, I promise to keep an eye on it, and if there's any developments, I will share with my loyal viewers. And of course I am doing that series of films of going back to the locations in the West Island I was in last year when those floods were going on, which I'm going to return to probably this week and next week as we enter May. Head over to Pierrefonds, Saint Jean Street, Ile Mercier. And this, of course, it's obviously it's a dead end here for the water, but if you actually walk down there, you can kind of see. So I should have walked that way because there's more things to see. I'll definitely do it one day. If you walk across there, there's a beautiful waterfall, which leads directly to the old port. That's where all the trains are. Like I said, I'll do that another day. For now, I'll just film over here. There's still some nice things to see over here. And like I said, a beautiful day to walk. This is De La Commune and... what street is this? Rue de la Commune and Rue Brennan. Right over there. You can see all these old style buildings around here. And this is the Lachine Canal National Historic Site. This is the Peel Basin, by the way, if anyone's interested in knowing the geography or the names of certain places. And soon enough, I'll also be doing a nice little video on the progress of the Mercier Bridge, not the Mercier, the Champlain Bridge, sorry. The progress of the Champlain Bridge. Because that's still coming along slowly but surely. And this, of course, is the Bonaventure Expressway that they're coming up to. Now, I thought when they redid this area here, I thought they were going to tear this whole thing down. For some reason, I had that impression that they were going to rip this thing down and lower it to the ground. Now, I don't know if that was something that was originally in the works, or if it's just something I misheard, perhaps. But I don't think they're going to do anything to this structure, at least in the near future, or even mid-future. Yeah, a lot of garbage, all kinds of stuff, footballs, bottles. This is part of the City of Montreal Municipal Works. You're going to see coming up, there's a big vehicle lot. Yeah, those clouds are definitely thickening. If it was a little warmer, you'd probably have a couple of thunderstorms developing. I'm going to go out on a limb and say there's going to be a lot of thunderstorms this summer. I may even say there could be a tornado or two. I'm just predicting. If you remember last year, we had that microburst. And of course the flooding. And I think it was one of the warmest summers on record as well. Yeah, so over there is another place I want to do a video. That's Mill Street down there. But there's nothing wrong with this side, because on this side you actually get to see, obviously, other things that you wouldn't see on that side. There's a nice little sidewalk there. I didn't know that was there. See, sometimes I don't come to places for a while and then I come back and they're completely changed. Oh, there's the 45 bus up there, the articulated 45, coming from the South Shore, which I know a lot of my viewers either commute to or commute from or go to from time to time. But this over here is where it starts getting more interesting as we come across these old buildings, these old grain silos and storage silos. And of course, if you're wondering what's in there, if you don't know, it's basically a flour mill, I believe, where they produce flour. That thing's been around forever. I mean, that's amazing that that thing is still in business. Because it could easily be in one of these buildings that you see here, you know, abandoned a long time ago. But this thing is kept pumping out flour. I have to look how old this thing is, but it's old. That company is old. And that sign up there is old as well. It's one of the, I believe, one of the landmarks of Montreal. One of our symbols. I'll go a little closer to the water here without going too close. I know in summers past they actually had a tugboat that was here. A beautiful tugboat. Now, it's probably going to be coming out soon. Don't forget, we're still in April, so can't get ahead of ourselves here. We're not in the summer season just yet. But they do have a tugboat. It's usually down here, I believe. It's a very old tugboat from the 20s, I believe, or the 30s, or even earlier. I'm not sure if I have a video of it on my channel. Well, anyways, we'll see what happens in the coming weeks. So we're heading further east, and we will soon be hitting the official Port of Montreal area, where we're in the Port of Montreal right now, but I mean the more centralized area of the Port of Montreal. There's that municipal building I was talking about. You see they keep sand and gravel and salt in those bays there. And this street, by the way, if you're wondering, this is de la Commune and Nazareth right here. So we'll continue our walk down here. How many minutes are we in? Oh, we're 12 minutes into the video. I'm hoping some of my viewers out there watch these long videos in their entirety. I know some of them tend to drag on, but if you mustered through them, kudos to you. And if you don't, well, still. Sometimes it's nice just to skim through a video or see parts of it. Not everybody has like 15 minutes to watch one video, but it's there anyway. Or you can watch half of it and then come back another time to watch the other half. I don't know. It's there, it's there. As long as everybody's happy, that's what matters. All right, look at this. There's buds coming on the trees right there. All right, that's a sign of spring. And unfortunately, this tree here is sick. And if you want to know what a sick tree looks like without, you know, obvious things like this where there's bark coming off, compare the, you know, a healthy tree to this one at this time of year. You see those buds coming on, and this one doesn't have them. And how are we now? Oh yes, we're coming up to, this is Duke. De la Commune and Duke. You can see these beautiful old buildings. Check out these City of Montreal vehicles. That's a new one. That's a Nissan box, I think it is. And right behind that's a Ford, I believe. Or a GMC van. Yeah, look at this. Two vehicles, past and present. Yeah, that's a Ford van right there. A Connell line, I believe. I'm starting to learn these vehicle types because I'm watching channels more and more. And there's a Nissan box, I believe, or Cube. Or a variant of that. Interesting. Now, a lot of people find these ugly, but I like these. Mind you, I like the older ones too, but I don't like the fact that they pollute. That's a Chevy, it says on the back. And yeah, this is a bike path right here below me, as you can see, which I wish I was on right now on a bicycle. And more I'm tempted, like I said. I want to purchase a bike within the upcoming weeks. Oh, there's that tugboat right down there. That's the one I was talking about. They moved it. Well, actually, no, it's always been there. I was thinking for some reason it was here. Yeah, we're going to see this tugboat in a minute. I might actually do a separate video. I might wrap it up and do another video on that one. Should we go under the tunnel or across the bridge? Yeah, let's go under the tunnel here. Or under the bridge, I should say. Carefully. I don't know, what are these cabins? Are they like building cabins here for people to sleep overnight or something? Interesting. Alright, so I'm gonna wrap it up as soon as I get to that tugboat. And probably that's it for videos for now. Got to be careful around here because there's a lot of foot obstacles, as I call them. Easy to trip over. There's that smart car to go. I think that's a car rental program. Yeah, so we're gonna head over to this tugboat. I'm gonna wrap it up and then do one more video on that tugboat. That's the Daniel McAllister. Oh, there's actually water under this thing. No, it actually says don't walk on it. I figure I just see it now, but whatever. So I'm gonna film for the next minute along here, and there's that major silo building I was talking about. As I've said, if I was allowed in there, man, I would explore that thing like crazy. The wind's picking up. It's actually coming from the east. Usually the wind blows from the west. And it's strange because those clouds are moving in a easterly direction, yet the wind is blowing in a westerly direction. Could be interesting. Maybe we'll do some, or maybe I'll do some rail fanning videos, some train spotting videos around here later today. Take advantage of this daylight that we have now. Yeah, so there's that tugboat. So what I'll do is I'll wrap up my video in about 30 seconds and give you a quick view of this tugboat here, and then see where my journeys take me today. I don't even know where I'm gonna go after this, but I'll figure it out. Yeah, those green elevators. All right, so here's that tugboat. Sounds like water coming from that thing. Yeah, so there's that tugboat I was talking about. So I'm gonna wrap it up right here, do a separate video on this boat, this beautiful tugboat here, and we'll see later on today what my film and video journey shall take us. All right, have a good day, everybody.